de kabum sa kan kese wo KFM TV eso no so pa mu de no na etimi de abram ye da si ye pa se waka ye ho asan se aba bedru na ejuada oguso a edi echi wo sa kwan no eso ye da si bebre ye mfa se da ma aboafa wonum so boye twidom enye omo anka yeso yenye mu ahoden emetna KFM Musical Center wo mo se beji instrument wo nanimu ebo ne wo fom etiapo ahoden wo mu no beji ne fa ye odada adwuma mo de frefre nwumtofo ahodo am o my Ghana ha nyina na sorry ni nwumeku ahodo am de nwumto di mu dada adwuma nso no wo mo se mo beji bie sanse instrument ne de eba ne guitar speakers drum sets combos guitar bibia wo mo obi wo no makacho mo se bra beji bi na bibia anye fine entimi nkra enfa ema wo mo wo pomecha kwan na nkramantem ha de wo mo wa kra zongo lane wa santimantem so a bebi ade wani be kire ne yedum wo mo ne Sambra Hotel no na ebo animhwe kohwe na instruments ni ho akade bia no muntimi ema obi yen free ho na yen ko talent microfinance eno so yesikasem ho asem no mo ebo ho dewro amagana ni di hie bia wo dia ne se opesika bobra opesika de di udada adwuma opesika hye de ukitanum kina apagya wadwuma mu dia wo mo chese bra beji bi na bibia anye fine entimi ema na besia ne de ma ho ase wo kitwa bi ene dan ho a oji abetimi etua oha bia eni echire wo da obeda eno ne hyehyɛ ya de a talent microfinance omo edi abetoto nsa frɛ obi bia asɛm mbeji bi na omo nkrabata ne de edoso yi pa trapete o my Ghana ha ba bia de ben wo no kwa sikasɛm ho hyehyɛ ni dwede bia no mbɛhwɛ ama bibia na ye fine etimi edi ama yemfiri ho na daba tech hub eno se phones ne ho akade phone bia wo hia bia no wo mo akwakofa ne doso puo mu pa ba enya asɛm keto akra wo de ane so bɛbɔ ana akwakopie mu kaneshi udru kaneshi a hwehwɛ bia ya mrantie no giana pai takwa station e hyen no dadaba wo ho bo adwuma pa eno enya asɛm keto akra phone ne ho akade bia no se wo pɛ bi di ache wo pɛ bi etu akwakoton wa ankasa wo di akitanso mu kasa ye den dia ma no wo se bra beji bi na bibia ne nkoyi entimi enfama enyumekwei na de bia wo mo ebo ye twidom ye de ye kase ahodo ni nyina no yetimi enyemu ahoden de ebesomo ye domasi ye pa e wo mahomfama brani abrano no mo kire de eman sem ne do so na no pay na de edi mu akotene bi ene His Excellency John Dramani Mahama waba na akwakopie mu wo China man mu anina na okwa akohwe se dwumedi e fa ma ye die ho no ebetimi akọ nanim a nchemu ho a eno nso so betie ewo kase no emu sanso ne bebo eransem foforo eye Ghana Education Service nso di kokobo kwa ma eye awofo nyina senke be ya suku a empanyifo de ma omo mofra no mo nhwe se omo be mo makosan se enche bia no emofra ne ba bebie suku ne koba se awofo no ana abofra ne tifie ya de se be ha adwen ye pa ye bebo eransem foforo mu eye edwedie eye benfu na anaje no poku agema wono so aba be kasa ni nyina no eye nsem ahodo ebeboa fa ye dwedie hu eba ne ekoko hu nsem si ede obi foforo man so de eba be pie mu man mu aba be hwese ede ne betimi akoye no wode hyehyɛ egu akwema ne nyina ne ye die mu no ye betimi aye ne ye ama bibia no akoye enigide nsem mu na no pani nyina no ye de ba be so mu sa kan kase don hwe ba kwantem odi ane so be kan ho ne nchemu ahodo ne yetimi ede abremu edi no eye Afia Fosuah Oduahoma Sresrebidi from Afia me basisia Amisanda semu akwa babiem ewo brene wadaje a odi afem ye KFM TV eso na no permission nsem na se emfa emaudia na otwe mu ya na Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kopie mu ewe ye China mine mu bia ye potin okoye no eye Benjin wonu ne ho kani ma Melody na Mahama na dwumedie mu ne hyehyɛ mu no mabo anan kopie mu se be ya dwumedie fa ma ye die ho no ebetimi akọ nanimu na wọkọ na enye ono nkwa ne koye oni NDC menu ko no achitafo bebre na ne kopie momom kita di brewo din wo man mu no womo so e kan oni na so afo bi no ma ne nyina no mo kwa akohwe amadwumadie no etimi akoso wiemu a na mienu nhye mu di a ne nyina no ba behwe ama edwadie hu nsem so e wo man Ghana ha etimi akonem ne ewi a se ne ne China yonkofa ne tie no yetimi asan so ahye mu kena se be ya ebeboa ama man no etimi akonem. No kopiem de na enya asem keto akra China mine soje no Fosuah Oduahoma da omanimu no wo moba behwe na mienu ntem mama bibia no etimi akoye yemfri sansem ne mu ne enti aso nkonsem foforo me na no paintimi fa ma ode munya for Felix kwache Fosuah no eka for edema Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no aso na tunkra edi free na kache ni waba bekasa wo hwe se hu behia ye pa se bloggers ahodo mo my Ghana ha no na nkede omo be share ye Ghana Journalists Association GJ omo hihye ni omo dwumedie mu sanse onom de biaye bia dwumedie kese ekoso no ye hu bloggers ahodo ewo ho ene so bo my Ghana ha intentan fidie no se ba ni Instagram Twitter Facebook TikTok ne honkro no banyina edi mutintim mapa we yenkita hodi ahodo ayedie mu nti ehu behia ye pa se edi omo be hye GJ omo hihye ni se be ya no kwaridie prepare yo ene se ne obetimi atoto omo nyeme ya enkoba se ne ma ahodo omo de to mframem no ebetimi etia onum fa ahodi so nsem ahodo a Felix kwache Fosuah wode to dwa wasansem ne mo eni
to rope in members of the media who adopt these new modes of practice. Sometimes we may view them as a nuisance, but they are an important part of information dissemination these days. It is the case that times have changed, and so we also need to change the way that we approach these matters. Today, a tweet, or they call it a post these days, on X or on Facebook is more likely to go further than what is broadcast on television and radio. So this has introduced enormous challenges in the way that journalism is done. And even as you plan to celebrate this year's awards, I urge you to consider how you can rope in those who practice through this unconventional approach within the journalistic fraternity, so that they may also be guided in the way that they do their work. Even as we plan these awards, we must also have it at the back of our minds that we need to be in tune with the times, so that times do not bypass us and we find ourselves wanting. On the part of government, we are working hard to ensure that the same levels of regulation which permits journalistic practice and which do not infringe on the frontiers of journalistic practice is brought to bear on new media, so that the activities of operators within new media will be carried out within the boundaries of the law, so that it does not become a danger to society, as opposed to being an enabling platform that we can use to disseminate information in a manner that can be well received.
aso ene empem koye ni mo nsem foforo mu entimi fa ma odia na otwetwe mu no na ye dwumedie ne hyehyemu kopie mu wo Ghana Law School na chese biaya a wo mo kire nimdia hodo e fa ya mamra 1992 constitution ne se ne be ya yentieti obi fa ahodie so ne ho kro no ba no enkofo be sa ha wo twe ene aduonu en 824 ade hye mu konya antete wo ye lawyer adwuma ne mu no wo mo nyina na etimi ewie sa adwumedie ne hyehyɛ ya na wo sa abafsobode ahodo esefata no ye de mo sebe o metimi aba montene ama adwuma ahodo ese wo mo no mutimi beye ema bibia koye ema tentene mapa nso timi fa nentima pafra wo my Ghana hanenumu na acting chief justice onmonya for Paul Bafo body ojana simpie ni apaso de afuto bebre na ma wono ma wono menya santete ya wo hwem se hu behia ye pa so mafa to makoma pono so mbedi dwuma ma ya mamra netimi aye dwuma akonanimu no omoma bibia enkoye na enye pepepe sans obi wo hokra na ebia dwumedie mu no eye ntwato so ne nema bia nsɛmfata ne de egu ne so mo hwɛ sa ade hye anim se omo so beba beka bia mo ama bibia no etimi akoye nti se beye se omo gi adamude no maka se metia obi ne da bi omo mbontungu baabi pepepe yo eno no kwaredie no moma ne nkoso ewo ya mamra ni sema hodo no nya for Paul Bafo boni wodi tudwa ewo sa dwumedie na se no yento aso mfama
is real and present. From the backlog of aspiring students waiting with bated breath to secure entry to the Ghana School of Law, to the granted questions about quality, infrastructure, and the need to modernize in an era of rapid technological advancements, these traces are visible all over. The airwaves are already thick with debates on the need for reforms, as hope and frustration for the aspiring lawyer intermingle in equal measure. We must, however, ensure that the reforms we seek do not merely expand the numbers, but truly refine the very purpose of legal education in the legal profession in the mid-21st century. And this advice to the new lawyers: the law is not merely a career, it is a calling akin to a secret trust. So I urge you all to resist the temptation to, as we say, cut corners. The hunger to get rich may come, but remember that when every other actor fails the nation, the lawyer must be the one who stands upright to restore him.
Bible says, I didn't know we fast it's a very tough journey, but the architecture in the mobile and Nina said, Adivia will be determined, professor achieving in life. You can make it. All is about the law. So to serve the interests of our nation, that is key to me. Now I'm using this opportunity now and call for a better mention for Mrs. Tamon, Minister for Local Government, Deputy Defense Minister, Ashanti Regional Minister, CEO Good Board, and other government appointees now now baby a million is coming will be a yamin funny currency. Okay, they're afraid together. But Fofi and Tuata and Abata.
I'm so day bedroom. When I saw your couple and the onboard him, now we be sending for no credit in a prepare year. Now attention in a young from boy, young man for it from my man, the Western region, Navy Kagana Mania. Under the normal court process, no, the courtroom litigation, but yet to me, them pin baby now. And only was some court to be boasem no ebe de bebechi but nyina echi na star want to na kasakasa oh it is about time my advocate the use ADR no the other alternative means of resolving dispute no because minimum nya asem na say yetumi etina from na yeka nya ye ho ntiase a obo ma so dwetina ye ntem de will go to the normal court tininzi kaka ye besu no ye de beboa na especially Western region, all the chieftaincy dispute, a hunter, chieftaincy is probably in a ultimately a bomber, they are resolved.
Good swag na Saju media no echo so ni mo no manyam for Paul Bafo Boni, acting chief justice or science to the tuja. Wo chere mu se bi enya se de bia no ye be friend call for send your potokasa mbekasa call to the bar no ni omukasa breni abra no muka ye kasa penache so bi enya ntete a ye friend aba amana amamra no etimi aye adwuma na atensere ne mapa etimi akoso o kire se de bi enye se de bi ye be fa nkofo bebre na emom no 21st century ye won ye hwese ye benya nkofo mo sefata e wo sa adwumedi mo betimi aba beboa ama no kwaredie ni prepepe yo etimi akoso na emom na enye se sebio numbers na na se dodo ni mu eni ehia ebetimi aboa ama bibia no akoyi.
Always be bright. And let me repeat it. The path will not always be bright. It has never been. But justice, as we know it, is truth in action. And so investing in forming and grooming a lawyer is an investment for a generation. So I urge you all to resist the temptation to, as we say, cut corners. The hunger to get rich quick may come. But remember that when every other actor fails the nation, the lawyer must be the one who stands upright to restore hope. Let the call to service and sacrifice guide you your every step. For the robe you wear today and hereafter is not a symbol of privilege, but a garment of duty. You will now carry the hopes of a people who look to the law as their last refuge when all else fails them. Guard that trust with everything you hold dear. Each of you carries within you the dreams of your families, the hopes of your communities, and the faith of a nation that still believes in justice. Even more importantly, do not seek to become lawyers who only know the price of everything and the value of nothing. Instead, be lawyers who stand for the voiceless, the macula market woman, the sharecropper at Bosu, the rice farmer at Afife, and the poor child from
Sansem Nimonia to Aswa consent for from Edia Mao, 9 months a kwa, Egana man peniatianina, neba share a my former good year to a number of quines so galamsino. Eto itimia brase ewe importe mwa hodo ewo maingana ha nenumu ene nedun munyam for Richard Kumado wono ebano amamremu na afenso ya hobanbo hu nsem odi mutintima pa ya na adwuma bobio ewo hu wodi adestredie ene ekodi ama 9 Moscow ni se hu behia ye pa so modi to free number bi beba ni nyina ne se bria ni abra no ebia obi to efom agudie no ebia na omu ni ho a wo mu betimi ehu de ekọ 20 to free number na ebebo amatemamufo binom etimi aboso na ene o metimi yi o masotire se bibi se na ekoso wo bia ye o mo se be o metimi etu ho na montem to edie adesrede no de kwa mo mo se nkomo ye ne sa ebetimi aboa.
About getting to the campaigns in Galamsey, we all know there is a well knowledge that based on the research we did for 5 years continuously, it is true that Galamsey has evolved into organized crime. So what I suggestively recommended recently is that because of my background in fraud prevention and money laundering for that matter, NIMOS will need to establish a simple toll-free line which is recognizable and identifiable by all, and calls to this number will need to hit the dashboard of the BNI, YOCO, FIC, Gold Board, the Forestry Commission, and the EPA. That is also one way of tracking the campaigns who might be financing or who are directly financing the inappropriate monies we are talking about. But then again, one of the reasons why you arrest is to interview the frontliners who are engaging in the inappropriate mining.
Exactly.
Or to question them like what the BNI would do. So that is why I cleverly use the word disciplinary action and inappropriate action. There are various levels and various dynamics it comes with, except when prosecution becomes
Yegusueji na galamse ensem nemu na mrahye bedwani ma adehia wonomo efija kwabre north mensini ni mayun monyan for Collins Adoma Colemensa ne nsem ono so ka fa galamse ni se hu behie ye se MPP amenu ko na afin so NDC amenu ko no se womu etimedi efom agudie tro no aya manio sem no nkebe ya womu emfa nto nchen baabi kura sanse MPP amenu ko ni betina ba enwa ne so de sobro ebo MPP so te so de sobro ne bo NDC ekobasi ejai sansem we nyina ene ne ba binum a ensem fata ebetimi aboa amefom agudie tu no yakon etia ne ekobasi de ya manio sem pa dia ene ebetwa ye ho saa frede nya de se ebetimi nya no ye ene pomasibre ede amagalam se a emne oman no.
Next year having the same discussion. I think we should move away from the general politicization of the issue to confront the issue head on. Otherwise, as I said, we'll be back here next year discussing the same issue. So to your question, if you asked about the activities, yes, I've seen a lot of activities. The president is talking, the minister is running around, but TUC is telling you that what is happening on the ground does not reflect the rhetoric being made by the president and the minister. And I think the minister and the president and the government should go beyond the rhetorics into action.
So I mean, going beyond the rhetorics to action.
I was saying that answer me so and I and I hon ton cry di kind rasisia ye ba and some ne bebre na o ha me de to anopan sem ne so e di ama ye ba sisia.
Fraba just woni o yanom e hyen a use fuel we so yensesa oil ne wo hia ene ni key e hyen egumechi nyina eye lip motor giomi anase nami eye mu bia wo sabeka wo KFM Limited e wo Ghana ha lip motor abefu cancer abi yanom emwedene sanso efe wa hwe interiors here ka hear me timusisi and your friend lip motor and was 3 modes of driving obetimi a switch so open temo a obe in the sports mode so person will save you battery obetimi use economy mode na so won pentem na wo pe normal riding so a your friend standard wo charge your battery within 6 hours a ebetumi di wakokomasi aba metre 310 kilometers into woni how obetumi so the 3 hours fast charger a charge na na you full bonama no wakokomasi aba say no me en try the aka no giomi ya wo hia ne key make sure say key ne ben wa wo hwese na interior on it na black and white papa so no FSN yo wa screen tentin e bo ma hu ka no battery aka na ma hu mileage nso e wo so we so de etu kwan 320 kilometers and sana was charge ubetimi a charge in 6 hours fast charger ye 3 hours abefu efidie yenso ubetimi a drive no in 3 modes eye standard sports and na say economy so wo pentem to say me a yanom choose sports what say ubetimi to kwafi hakokubase ama wo battery ni bi so aka because eye 320 kilometers wo charge in 6 hours ubetimi nya full battery na wonya fast charger so 3 hours per you're set. Making sure so okay in can hold your sour cam. Ubi a door na start. Chili Joby, black and white. Makuma swat. Mansan cow dear. You check the akano. Yeah, no. I for the any mubako neo. The awiano key. Making sure so key in a band when your sour cam. We no effing. Let a woman sit down so. Eye gray no ma hodo mienu de ani hakakra ene de mu odu esanso wo screens mienu we e ma wo information a hia wo ka ne ho nyina ase be sia bonnum papa your friend entertainment de a wo hia no ane e best wo betumi so driving in 3 modes just like the others standard and I say sports so wo pentema car we so e betumi etu kwan akokomase aba 330 kilometers Ichema udu kra betime jesi so no wabonyum kakra ansa na adu. Wo charge no 6 hours no. So betime so charge no 3 hours. You feel no fast charge. E yinu mu nyina KFM Limited. Ene de ya be twaso. Fraying near me un sanka wo de ententem. So open installment. A high purchaser and train one nase. We've got you solid. Yanume on sabetimi aka fidie mu bia e wo KFM Limited. On sabeke fidie no na wotua no kakra we unya no bebia age KFM Limited. Fraying ever sort out.
Sanda semo akwa babi mfam bra no pansem no KFM TV eso kaination in so my sentin time fidie no ye was so live KFM TV GH on Facebook and YouTube. Oko Facebook na follow page in my YouTube no abomodin timi abo subscribe na so ye ba ya na chese wetimi ate yen ka no aba be ka bushia ne ho na ensem ahodo no yetimi edia som yen so ansem ne so na no pain fam ma odia yen ko eye kpon kataman so na mpanyifo mo woni timemufo bi no abeba kasa o mo chese nei ote hwa na ne ewudifo bi ato ahye so wote ha ne yeto ahye so ne aye ne ma bi no ma ensem fata eno mo hwe anim senka ban ne betimi atena se de ne nansi fomo de ntoma esi ne kokono aye bibi edi afafa ho sansem boa mo fa ahodie eni afin so mo ni so ade hunu mpese omo ye ne ma bi no ma etete sa no entimi enhye ni monyam nko nanim kranti nkebe ya penifo mbra saban mu na de ekoso no omonye bibi enfanfa ho.
Men known as Langas have taken over part of Ochebeku. They walk freely with guns. They attack, beat, and threaten anyone who speaks. Women have been assaulted. Men have been beaten. And who speaks? When these men appear, the town goes silent. People run. Even those who are attacked are afraid to report because they know the man will return. The fear is so deep that darkness now falls before the sun goes down. This community was once peaceful. Inspector General of Police, IGP, we asked for immediate action. Send police officers to Ochebeku. We need patrols, and we need permanent police posts so people can feel protected again.
Ehiana ni hawo mlang ewa nyaba me kaya fomiomo esenepo esijika kinga wemio ahine mawo mayo bo motuma bo efolipe miniba abanuno konga Ochebeku miniba abagbeno konga Ochebeku miniba ahia planting eno kono miniba ahiatu no kwale ngeji bamio sube ko poinde ke taw kinli kangi kanji bene emo di ni be plene maicho
ibini no ya nge pio Ochebeku enego se kaje be sano owo mewu ke kafiaki abaduno ko ngiye anye twinke ba angenya ni baba baoji niwine ai wo fela ai wode won wa ga kura ma ke baja wa wa nyiri me ni ngi yode ne bugurama enyata eji
yen free where na yen to aso konsem ni fofo mu dia ye kwakopi mu asante mantemu na ni nyina ne sa brantie bia nkofo binum kodi na wu a edin ebeda adwa ne Kofi Mensa wo twia piase abo a nam so ama brantie ni amene okase won kan ti asefo ho ebiemu no emposifo de nkrata beche so machi mrantie mienu a wo mo nsai hye wudi enim na Kofi Mensa ne won kan ti asefo biemu wenya mfihia no eduonu 20 years ipo na ya ade hye mienu yi a omudin a omode batu montini mu Solomon Opoku na afin so Collins Aboaje wo mu mienu ene achi omo so medieru kasem se ya enedua me no kase wonom aso wonom pechi na nkrata ni mu no aposifo HSA eya abranti a wenya ne baabu kwa wenya mfinhia na eduonu na kyese okita motorbike ne ho nkro no ban ti adehye mienu hia no ene eni omoye ne niema bia ensen fatabobo na eku no wieye na ne motorbike no mo fa ya ne nyina no mo edidwane ye na arosem ni CNN nanan echi eye 4 days no mo hu se Solomon opoku akwakopi mu wo council quarters no oboase ne mpotemu a eye moto a wa abranti a wonu afemuti nanano mo nse do no eye Kofi Mensa no wo mo kwa akoton wo council quarters no ma nam so ama obi ti a wo na so a ne wo mo ekosho ne pa echi dendenden a me no ka say die wo mo achi eye Solomon opoku wo mo chi Solomon opoku ape ene eni wo mo so na echi wo ni nkunsa ekopie mu wo kokote soa a ehon so wo boase ne mpotemu a ehon so na Collins aboaje a wono ka ho bi a omo ye mienu omo di ewu kasem sei no yakwa akoso wonum nyina epe chinti aposifo se ne ya so omumu no emra ne ene wonum ba bedi nyonyono se ne se na efata nti ho nsem no eno no yemfiri hɔ ene ento aso ye boyransem foforo mu etimi edi ama ode ya Shaiman Municipal Private Transport Operators Coordinating Council wonum so panyi ba akwa ba be kasa nsem no mo to amane eya ahyenkafo ahodo munni eye union bi omodwon ene obehu ana omugina kwan no mo sesa nipa ne ho nkro no ba no wo mo kyese da bi yenye ne sasa o ye hyenkani a e wo se obomoden na union bi utimi de ho dom se be ya amane ana se san bi kura ba union no betimi atwitwa e de ajo ne ko ba se wan kasa wo ye wo de wa wo fa wo hyen na wo de si bebi ape bia na sesa nipa na traffic ehu hia wo chi wo ya kwan ne akwan tempon ne so de ne fa ye futu san se mpanyifo so mu pa de a emra no ene obedi
I from floating drivers. Omo ye omo adwin se omo de omo nkwadwan union bia ye besere omo obi nka se ma obi nya adwuma but bomodin ana fa ho kodom union bi se na ya ekwan so beda ho ama omo amba nante so na omo nante obohu ana una masama market a ka bia onya na mo ha abopumpi no ho passenger na wa abagina obohu se traffic na chi obeka se bibi nanso so kwabrani na odi the car Fifi osisa pass enti ebesro na obia momode na station ahoro na asha ma ye wo station bebre ye am tokra se manchu antokra ye antokra ye wo transport unions baako 13 e wo asha ma hasem enti obia fa no kodom union ope
se wo hwe se dia asha ma e corner on street parking no time but I was a on street parking, which means that we must develop a parking lot. It's something that we will look at and then make sure that within the near future we have some parking lots within the municipality that will take away all those cars on the road. And for my driver for they should
na Shaman ene ne mpotemu na wotwe etwe mi ne bede edwa se ye edwadifo ahodo mo under bridge market ni mu no ene eja kese bi part of why nam Shama omo niema bebre na ahyeshi titiri ni wonom a wo mo ye nikanika adwuma mo ya mebro ne ho nkro no ba no wo mo mfidi ahodo omo didi omo adwuma nyina ne nyina ahyese edwerebe na enum na edwadifo no kyese omo osubro bi pa omo de bebo obi a nam so ma eja hyehye etimi ba ide a na chese Electricity Company of Ghana ye ECG adwuma yeko no eye omodum so preso nkane abubo na ni nyina ne nan so ne nam so ma etwetwe sa eja hyehye ba ye nam so amen omunyeme nyina no etimi ahye omo chese omo so disika ene besia na ye adwuma tinka hu behia ye se ne omabọ kase etam no empanyifo mbra na omunye bibi emfamfam
tenia problem na si bae because obi eni answer na problem ni start ye wo fie na omo frɛ ye bae no me po mi buy answer na me sister we buy me buy me betu na eja na ishi na fire service for wa fire service for wa no mu du me eja ni me po mi nim say me ma yi blog kakra no nti me de endru mi su but dia me hu ye ni say eja na to me po na me ka che fire service one ni say eja na to me dem wo nti me pa mu cho mu ndum nu mami answer na say ni o ma not knowing say na so ebro num kokonte egu ebro ni po de me ni manu kokonte egu e obi kokonte o de abegu a me ya manu ejiska enu so ni nyina ahye ebro no togofo no mu de free ye to ane yakoto yo muka nti ye pa mu che o se si e ka aba no ye ni bebi edi befa
menyanti ase se enra bɛyɛ around 9:45 mu hɔ no mu na light no echo on and off into along the line na a page into your nikanika for bi mu bɛyɛ 4 nikanika in row omuyam bro tomatoes and then macaroni ni kakao. So all those 4 structures are gone down into as an assembly we have little to do, but we can also be able to help our constituents through benevolent support.
Calculate this year, no scars say was every 8 billion carbon because it also mean to me every 8 billion because nyama you go at nyama kitwa moto sisi a ubiko bisa moto boss sisi a moto a yedi yama dey sisi an 10 horsepower abayan be 4,000 3,500 and how much more about 40 horsepower it was 40 horsepower moto but me anya be 6,000 ni na shi and then nyimi kwa media ya shi mechanics egu abe mechanical dan be 6 wa ase si a yesra aban no so be boy wa na ebra ye wom de ye ntumi
za wo hwa ha mi wo kokonte be say 30 bags mini pansu wo bi mi ankasa mi wo bro be say 230 bags ansa na mikrofo a omudi begu ha eyam ni kakra ni nyina shi mi wo drum blue way be say 120 ena mi wo akase bi 12 ni nyina shi mi poly tank 2 ni nyina shi nti ye ka kire Ghana mpanifo say yesro mu e kan yera mama die ye nmu sa humobro woni mu pa oni ni nua Ibrahim
yes consent from farmer dia ye boy rap muden ensemo na ye health facilities regulatory agency hefra ene me no ka say wo mo nso de nkrata tintintin bi from akachi abo mo che say sisi ano eye asoya hodo ahwi apomuden ho nsem na mu be say adwunu yensa 23 ene aka ni nyina no e de ato from se be ya o madwumadie ni o mo hyehyeye mu no wo mo ntimi embo adwuma se ne se efata biem ni nyina ne se o mo kyeremu a eye hyehyeye mu no wo mo niema be na enkoye obu okra ne permita odidi ne dada adwuma no ISPI odi ye adwuma enya de se betimi afa edi ama no obu onso alliances ekita no kra no endim obu okra alliances ne kra won kita bi kra so oje nkrofo a wo chese o hwe omo e wa yaresa kwan so a wo mo chese ni nyina na enya de se betimi aboa na bra his excellency John Dramani Mahama betina be enwa no frudi so no so na ne resetting agenda ne da nusu ye pa se ne ma bi mensen fraten no ba be dan dani na chese bibia no otimi e de atro eyi nanumu e no mo chese so afo no hwe apomuden ho nsem o man Ghana ho munyafo kwabna minta akando wono nso so e Nigeria mu bi pa wo hwe se na so ye ho no so betimi edimu omne omo ne ka omo ntomabo ano a saa ade hye omo era ne eye health services ahodro mu aduonu miensa de yakọ mu dwumedie nyina no e de egu fo mpanyifo che so mu guso eye nhwehwemu mapa e de afa nkosi so mbewu so mo nkrata ne afi so mu dwumedie di mu no ansa ne ama mo akwanya no amometimi atoa wonum adwuma ye so nti yekopie mu wo ya aso ye a ehwe apomuden ho nsem so ade ekoso no e na mede ho nsem no aba bedan wo yento aso e na ye nkọ ho mesua ensemu na bra ye bofanicho basic education certificate examination BC so hwani wie no ene wono mo hwe ni so mbekọ nto aso sukuu no bebre na enya ho akwanya sanse placement no e ho nsem na akwaye bo achi bidin obi wo ho abia ye de ne to ye no wo chese wo mpesa anse ni grade a wonya ye na nye ho sukuu ne de ma no obi on so so aye mfa ne nto ba bia akra obi on so so a ono hwe animu se sene ono peno no sa pepepe na mpanyifo enyema nanumu na deputy director general Edema Ghana Education Service onmonyamfo eye Ishak waba montinimu a wode aba betu dwe kyeremu a wode kokobo aka ho kwama awofo nyina ne se hu behia yie se wabofra no bia ya ede tu ni bia no bomodin ne manekọ sanse ye sukuu ntoaso de bia fiti October bosum ni de to sudu wotwe akosi eduonu 18th to 20th ene nensu ye konsu ye hwe ye date nim so na ye 13th kwa ne ye pempen kontinkebe ya bia ya ye dia ma wabofra no bomodin se obema no akọ sanse o ma nitina afie twintwen ne na ase a bedrum pempen so bi na anya ye kora na de de ma no bema na akọ sanso e bia na entimi ambasa na abofra na kwa akotena afie ntinkebe ya de ma abofra no mane nkọ ne saa pepepe ne mfa asumdwe mapa embra ewo ye humesua ensem na afi osan so de futuro koma awofo nyina say baabie ni ho anasa asue bie ni ho omuji sika asane aye placement ama wabofra ni to obi anfa nhye na adwumi fanto ni kotodwem na obi embubu kata bia sanse koba say ya awofo na ya na omu eni abri ye pa nti sika bia bebo so bia no mbetua de ama wo chese de bi placement ye ntua kapre bakora abofra ne so hwe okotwe hunsunsan so no ehu suku eno benya nti bomode na bia ye onyaye no ma no enko sa ewo sa kwan no eso ye ngina wo mesua nsemi so e na ye ndan ye ne ye ba ye to ansem ne so ewe dwedi em yenso aso edwedi ensemu fama odia yenko eye Ghana mampeni abedi echebenfo na anaje no poku achiman na kache ne nedua me na okase oni mpanyufo bi no mehia atwetwe nkoma ne nyina no efa ye koko ho ensem ne nyina ne se ne ebre ne abra no ye kra ne ma bi fi obi man so bepie mu a ne nyina no ye hwe masa aso ne timi akone mu ochem se nke hu behia ye se ya ye betena se na ye die mu no ya dada ni sanse obepie mu man Ghana ha koko odwiri dwumadie eni afisu koko ofuye no yedi mu tintima pa yi ntinka ya ye dada ye ni eye raw materials ne die ya ye die mu a ebeboa amedwuma ebusu ewie nsoso asika kese pa ebetena o man Ghana nchiremu ne nsem a benfo na anaje no pokwajiman wodi tudwa no ye nto asosa enfama
combine capital investment with affordable working capital, risk sharing mechanisms, and technical support that reaches even small rural processors. EU Sustainable Cocoa Initiative and the Global Gateway Framework are well placed to capitalize and to crystallize this. The recent cocoa price hikes, largely driven by cocoa impacts and supply shortfalls, underline the need for this joint action. Ghana is therefore open to partnerships that combine positive outcomes with disease and pest control and establishment of commercial plantations. Trade barriers also pose another challenge. While tariffs on raw beans are often zero, duties rise significantly on cocoa powder and chocolate products, limiting our ability to export processed goods. Addressing these tariff escalations is critical for fair trade. Cocoa is part of Ghana's broader transformation. Our Big Push initiative is building infrastructure for agro-industrialization, while the Connect 24 pillar of our 24-hour economy ensures that there is seamless flow of goods, energy, and data. Our living income differential, introduced by us and La Côte d'Ivoire, signals our shared commitment to ensuring that farmers earn fair return for their labor. Ghana is clear about the road ahead. We must move beyond exporting raw beans to building a cocoa economy that empowers our farmers, creates jobs, develops industry, and upholds sustainability. The EU Sustainable Cocoa Initiative can be a partner in this journey by supporting investments in processing, unlocking financing for cooperatives and small and medium-scale enterprises, and ensuring that sustainability standards are inclusive and not punitive. I invite all of us to work together to build a cocoa sector that not only provides effective cosmetics, healthy food products, that not only sweetens the world's palate, but also enriches the lives of the farmers and community.
Usengina sanse misue na no pansa mahodo eboabo ano sa kan kase e de besomo ne fa ne nyina no mbrawie ye asa ne ebekọ no ensem no diedi mu akotene bi enie ene ebowura Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na kachi ne nyina no wakwa kopie mu ewo China man ni mu adwumedi a efa maye die ho betimi akoso no wakwa kopie mu okwa akohwa ma bibia na timi akoye sanso na nsem foforo mu no eye Ghana Education Service empanyufo de to eye awofo anim nyina se hu behia yese suku omomofra ne nya no wo moma omonko ne pepepe sanse enche bia no entraso suku ahodo no ebebie bia ne nyina no ekobasa abofra ne nya bia ye obekwa ade se be ha adwen ye pa ejwedi ensem no so benfu na anaje no pokwa agima odin hihye ni ne ma bebetu dwe betimi aboa ama so ye hwe ekoko hu nsem no etimi akonanim na nsem afoforo bi no meka we hu ani nyina no nchemu ni amanebo no mede ebe dan wo ye kodia na ye wasida PSA bia ye mfa talent microfinance dadaba tech hub na KFM musical center sense wo na ebo ye twidom ma ye besomo mesore so enche bia na eye eno coffee adadivo the sports report no ebebro nti kosam afidie no enda KFM TV sanse woni ma pebre na eni niema papa na yewo ede mamo mi ameje bre ni adaje na no pekin kan sem no ede munchimu ahodo no bedan wo eye Afia Fosuah Oduahoma Sresrebidi from Afia Macau.